Alright guys, welcome to Zimaleta How To Show. This is going to be another unboxing of a chainsaw. This is from Jonsered. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But this one is supposed to be the professional grade, so let's test it out. Let's unbox it, find out how professional it really is. We're going to cut down a tree with it. Before you guys start doing anything, always make sure you read safety instructions, get your education and find out everything you can that there is to know about chainsaws, because they are dangerous. You're going to need to understand all the safety procedures when it comes to operating them. So, let's get started. Open this thing up. Alright, here it is. Alright, nothing special. We got the instructional manual and we got the tool. Now, this thing is supposed to be toolless type of thing. All you got to do is you got to pull this little knob right here all the way back and then go forward and then go back. So right now it's actually it was actually quite loose. I am kind of glad I showed you this. All right, so let's get this chainsaw prepped. First we got to put some bar and chain oil. We got it right here. And open that up. And this is of course 50-to-1 mix ratio for fuel with oil. This is why this is included. But I already have a mixture that's pre-mixed, so we're not going to be needing that. So this is pretty much straightforward. I do want to say I bought this thing brand new, this bar and chain oil, and we're already down to maybe 20% of the oil left. And basically cut down 6 trees, and 3 of them I already cut up in pieces. So this oil goes kind of quick. So I guess you can't really get this thing used and have that thing still on there. So let's go ahead and put some fuel. Alright, we got some fuel in there. Alright, looks like down is stop. That's actually to stop it. They already made this thing obviously for pros. To get this, you already have to kind of know how to operate it. It doesn't really tell you, okay, this is choke, this is not choke. So I have to kind of guess. To choke it, I guess you have to put it up. So we're in the center now, so let's see if it's going to start up again. Alright, keeps dying. So, alright, you do have to kind of pull this tab out a little bit, then push it up. It will not go up, so just pull it out and push it up. So let's try choking it again. Now this is weird. Most other chainsaws started right up with a brand new one. Then they gave some problems starting after they've already been warmed up. This has definitely got some horsepower. This is the most horsepower out of every single one I tested. This is 50 cc's. I don't know, 5.5 horsepower. Don't quote me on it. I'm probably going to put it in the comments below. Let's go try this. Oh yeah, this one feels pretty good. I recommend the face shield for sure. You don't want to get any wood chips in your eyes. So guys, you know, they say a dog is a man's best friend, but this is my best friend right here. This is the best chainsaw I have tested so far. I have not tested Husqvarna, but I pretty much have tested Pollen Pro, which is I think just you know, it's pretty good for somebody at home. It's pretty cheap. It was like a $200, so it's a pretty good economy type of chainsaw if you want to have around your house. So that's still a pretty good buy, you know, if you don't mind having an issue with it starting up. Overall cutting, it's cutting pretty good. The Echo was cutting extremely well. I really liked it. That 18-inch blade appeared to be a little bit thinner. Well, this is the bar. They actually call this the bar. I'm still not into the names and stuff. I'm not a logger. I might look like I am now after reviewing 3 of these chainsaws. But actually this is the bar and this is the chain. This is why they call it bar and chain, which is pretty obvious. But this bar on the, this is 18-inch. In case anybody's wondering, this is 18-inch with 50cc engine. And the one from Echo was 40cc engine with 18-inch bar. And you know, I may be wrong, okay, because this is gray and that one was black. It looked like it was thinner, okay. It looked like it was more for thinner jobs, but it was cutting down trees. Like, man, I cut down like 5 trees, like quick, like under 5 minutes. Trees was down. But anyways, it did kind of get dull kind of quickly. After 5 trees, I was able to take one of them apart, and you know, and then it became kind of dull. You know, it was just really kind of hard to operate. This one here, it became just a little bit dull, but I mean, you guys see how much it cut, and when I'm talking dull, you guys just seen how I tore that tree up. That I'm talking like a little bit dull, okay? Because of course, when it's a brand new chain, it's extremely well for cutting. But one thing I do gotta mention, okay? First of all, this is not one of the cheap saws here. This is the most expensive one I've bought out of all 3 of them. This is actually out of what is that? Farm Supply, Tool Supply, you know, whatever that store name is. It's out of that store. This is the only brand that they carry. You know, it is a professional grade. Definitely something I feel confident in using. Now, this chain is something I definitely noticed from the other ones. Just from observing it, immediately I was able to tell this chain is going to be much better quality. You know, I'm not sure if some of them, you know, like a diamond tip of the chainsaws, I'm not sure if some of them are like that, but this one, I could tell these teeth are actually sharp on this one. And like the metal, it seems like it was a different quality metal. So perhaps it is a little bit better quality. But it cuts extremely well. As far as starting it up, you guys seen it. I didn't really struggle with it, okay? Those other ones, I did. You know, I kind of hate to say it. I mean, they were pretty good. You know, just starting them, extremely difficult. You know, and for me, you know, I want to be able to start it up, get going. You know, cut down the trees, and really not waste no time. I mean, I was really pulling to try to start it, guys. And I know how these tools work. I really know how to start things. You know, I'm pretty mechanically inclined. This is basically this week, this is the 3rd day. This is basically my first time ever using chainsaws. I'm pretty good around tools. I am a home remodeler, so, you know, tools kind of come second nature to me. I've learned that business just from doing, you know. And same thing goes for this thing. I probably do make it look easy, you know, cutting down these trees and having them fall the right way, but I did do my research. You know, I did explain in some of my other videos, like some of the safety, some of the things you got to use in order to cut down the tree, and so it falls properly. And still, even at that, it's not a really good explanation, you know, because you do got to really, you know, look at the pros that do it. I'm not a pro, so look at some of those guys, see what they do, and I mean, if something, you know, does not look right, just don't even do it, because you don't want the tree to fall on you or your house or garage or shop or what have you. You know, you don't want it to fall on you. You don't want to kill anybody with it, you know. I know I keep stressing it and stuff, but I can't stress it enough because this is dangerous. And if you don't do it properly, you don't have the proper safety gear, you know, you could get hurt pretty bad or get killed or kill somebody else. So this is chainsaw. I mean, the movie Chainsaw Massacre, I mean, what does that really tell you? Chainsaws are, you know, pretty deadly, you know. So as far as the chainsaw, for those of you guys that are loggers out there and you're looking for a good saw, I think this is definitely a good one. This is not a review for Jonsered. I could just tell you kind of like what I think and what I've heard. There's another brand I really like. I'd like to get my hands on it and try it. Husqvarna. I heard they're really good. I haven't tried one yet, but this is the best one I've tried, and this is the biggest horsepower and engine out of all three of them that I have tried. And one thing that was concerning to me, like I'm thinking, is the blade, the bar, is the bar and chain upgradable? Yes. You could get yourself like a bigger bar. They sold as big as 20, but I heard you could get as much as 24. Can you really put a 24 in here? Go figure. I don't know. But as far as a 20-inch, sure. You could buy a new bar and chain. And as you could see, as you've seen how easy it was, I did it the first time, and I replaced it like super quick on this one. I do like the fact that it's toolless. I don't have to have none of that. But what's interesting is they did include a tool, so that was something. I'm trying to see if I could see, like, observing anything else here. I'm trying to figure out what is this thing here. It kind of looks like a spark plug. Maybe it's not a spark plug. This is like an air thing here. This seems like basically you need to have some kind of tool, and the tool that they include, in case you need to pop this air thing off, you would need to kind of reach in there, pop it off, get in there with your fingers. It's kind of tough. This is one of the reviews that I was reading online after I already purchased it. I'm the kind of guy that reads reviews after I already purchased the product, just what somebody else is talking about it. And some pros reviewed this thing. They really liked it as well, and they said that the air filter was a con, I guess, of removing it. They didn't need to remove it, but it was kind of difficult to get to because of the design. They should have really created like these little indentions here in the design to allow you to kind of slip your finger in there, but obviously it's not in there. This does look like possibly like kind of like a spark plug. I'm not sure. If it's not, you could laugh at me. It is in the right location, so who knows? It could also be something else. But other than that, I really like this thing, and I'm really gonna enjoy owning this piece of equipment. And another thing is, in case anybody was wondering, is how easy is it to sharpen this chainsaw? It's really not that difficult. Right now, you see this little thing? Right now it's out of park, so that means the blade will spin. Well, the bar and chain, just the chain on the bar will spin. But if you pull it forward like this, you park it. This is for safety reasons. When you push it down like this, it stops it from moving. So you might want to stop it from moving and go ahead and, sharpen it down and stuff using a special tool. It is just really nothing more than a round filer that you could use. You just need like 2 times per each hole, basically. Indention. And the way I'm showing it's actually would be the correct way. So it'd be like this, so it's kind of like you gotta crisscross them. You just gotta look at the way the things are. Now, for those of you guys that don't want to sharpen it, you're out there, you have like several of these chains or whatever. When it gets dull, you put a brand new one on and you just keep going because you don't want to sit there and sharpen them. They do sharpen them at like a tool rental place for $8, at least over here in South Carolina where I live. They do sharpen it for $8 for somebody that does not want to really sharpen their own chain. But anyways, I really enjoy using this thing. I know, like, that's another thing I can't stress enough. I really enjoyed it. This is my honest opinion. I really like this thing. Definitely, it's a keeper. As far as the price, I didn't think I really told you the price. This was like $369. Yeah, $369. That's the normal price. I actually was lucky. $350 is how much I paid for this thing. But if you go step up, okay, this is 50cc engine. If you go step up and get 56 cc's, which is just 6 more cc's, it's gonna cost you like, I don't know, like $450. So it's quite a bit more, on that one. And that's for the 20-inch. So I think you could easily just upgrade this thing for $50. Just get a 20-inch bar and chain and put it on. I mean, one thing for sure is you're gonna have an extra chain, you're gonna have an extra bar. So you can't go wrong with that. That's what I would do. for this one in case I need to cut down a bigger tree. For anything more than that, I'm really not a logger, so I really don't know like what to say like on the 24-inch blades and whatnot and what have you. And there's some $5,000 chainsaws out there, for some of the pros and stuff. I think it's just a home use. You just gotta be careful and. But this is the used by the pros. That's what it says over there. The pros use it for 50 years. Uh, but anyways, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I know I've been talking too much, but I think when you are talking about something as dangerous as this or the quality, you do want to know as much as possible. So I'm gonna wrap it up. As far as getting into like the proper way of knocking down the tree, I do have some other videos. Those, especially the very first one and the second one, I really show how to use those wedges in there. To try to push the tree in the right way. But some of these little ones, you could. I mean, I don't want to like you guys to do that and say yeah, I said so, but I push down these trees, okay? And so, but I think it's not recommended. Just put a wedge in there, like use a hammer or like an axe to try to basically wedge it in there and have the tree fall in the proper way. But it's just the smaller ones you could literally push them over. But anyways, stay safe. Do not get hurt on this thing, and do not blame me if you do. Do learn everything you need to learn about them, and do your research on YouTube. That's what I did. That's how I actually learned what I know now. But anyways, see you guys later. Stay tuned for something else interesting that I'm doing. So, bye.